Hello friends, welcome to Sindhu English. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம வீடியோவில் PG TRB GK Unit 8 Science and Technology. So இந்த topic related 100 questions நாம இப்ப பார்க்கலாம். Section 1 Latest Inventions in Science and Technology. First question, what is the primary objective of NOVA experiment conducted by Fermilab? The answer is to study neutrino oscillation and properties. Second, which Indian institution developed the world's largest solar tree? The answer is Council of Scientific Industrial Research, CSIR. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. What is the BPALM regimen recently introduced by India's Union Health Ministry used for? The answer is tuberculosis. Who patented the invention of biodiesel from slaughtered chicken waste in Kerala? John Abraham. Who patented the invention of biodiesel from slaughtered chicken waste in Kerala? John Abraham. Which technology giant is setting up a center of excellence for AI with India's government e-marketplace? The answer is IBM. What is the name of India's first hydrogen fuel cell prototype vehicle that underwent successful trials? HFC vehicle. Why technology is not considered a deep tech domain as per recent discussions in India? Social media marketing. What is the expected market size of India's fintech market by 2025? USD 150 billion. Which Indian mission aims to establish a space station by 2035? Space station. Gangavayan. What is the name of Indian satellite navigation system providing positioning services? Navig. Second topic, indigenization of technology and developing new technology. Which organization is primarily responsible for indigenizing India's defense? DRDO. What is the primary objective of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited HAL in indigenization? Achieving Make in India and reducing foreign dependence. Which Indian fighter jet is an example of indigenous defense technology? Tejas. What is a major challenge in India's indigenization of defense technology? Reluctance of foreign suppliers to share the core technologies. Which government initiative promotes the indigenous manufacturing in India? Make in India. What is the name of India's first indigenous missile inducted in 2003? Prithvi. Okay, the India's first indigenous missile inducted in 2003? Prithvi. Which phase of India's SNG policy focused on economic liberalization? Phase 5, Science and Technology in Liberalized Economy. What is a key benefit of indigenizing technology in India? Cost effectiveness and tailored solutions. Which Indian organization developed the anti-satellite technology under the Mission Shakti? DRDO. What is the major hurdles in India's indigenization efforts? Bureaucratic delays. Next topic, achievements of Indians in science and technology. Who is credited with inventing the concept of zero? Aryabhatta. Which Indian scientist pioneered the study of radio and microwave optics? Jagadish Chandra Bose. Radio and microwave optics, Jagadish Chandra Bose. For what discovery did C.V. Raman receive the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930? The answer is Raman effect. So the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Who is known as the father of Indian space program? Vikram Sarabhai. Which Indian mathematician collaborated with G.H. Hardy on number theory? Srinivasa Ramanujan. What is the name of India's first scientific base station in Antarctica? Dakshin Gangotri. India's first scientific base station in Antarctica is Dakshin Gangotri. Who founded the biopharmaceutical firm Biocon? Who founded the biopharmaceutical firm Biocon? Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Which Indian scientist is known for contributions to agricultural science and the Green Revolution? Which Indian scientist is known for contributions to agricultural science and the Green Revolution? The answer is both A and B. That is M.S. Swaminathan and Benjamin Pierre-Paul. Which Indian physics worked on Bose-Einstein statistics? Satyendranath Bose. What was the name of India's first satellite launched in 1975? What was the name of India's first satellite launched in 1975? Aryabhatta. Next topic, applications of science and technology in IT. What is the name of India's unique identification system launched in 2009? What is the name of India's unique identification system launched in 2009? That is Aadhaar. Which Indian initiative aims to develop a robust digital infrastructure? Digital India. What is the expected revenue of Indian IT industry by 2030? USD 300 to 350 billion. Which Indian platform is the second largest for e-learning globally? EdictMarket. A tech market. What is the name of India's Unified Payment Interface System? Unified Payment Interface System, UPI. Which Indian city is known as the Silicon Valley of India? Which Indian city is known as the Silicon Valley of India? Bengaluru. What is the market size of India's e-commerce sector expected to reach by 2025? USD 150 billion. Which Indian IT company is among the top global IT service providers? Infosys. What technology is used in India's Aadhaar system for authentication? Biometrics. Which Indian initiative promotes AI development with over rupees 10,300 crore allocation? India AI Mission. Next topic, applications of science and technology in space. What was India's first interplanetary mission? What was India's first interplanetary mission? The answer is Mangalyaan. Which vehicle launched the Chandrayaan-2 satellite? Which vehicle launched the Chandrayaan-2 satellite? GSLV Mk3. GSLV Mk3. What is the name of ISRO's human spaceflight program? What is the name of ISRO's human spaceflight program? Gaganyaan. Which Indian satellite was launched for educational purposes? SITE. Who was India's first astronaut? Rakesh Sharma. Who was India's first astronaut? Rakesh Sharma. What is the name of India's first solar mission? First solar mission. Aditya L1. Which Indian satellite system is used for remote sensing? Which Indian satellite system is used for remote sensing? IRS. When was the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO established? 1969. When was the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO established? 1969. What was the first Indian satellite launch vehicle? What was the first Indian satellite launch vehicle? SLV-3. SLV-3. Which mission made India the fourth nation to reach Mars? Mangalyaan. Next, section 6, applications of science and technology in computers. What is the name of India's indigenous supercomputer? What is the name of India's indigenous supercomputer? Param. Who is regarded as the father of computer? Charles Babbage. Which Indian institution is leading research in quantum computing? IISc Bangalore. What is the primary use of India's Param supercomputer? weather forecasting. So it is useful for weather forecasting. Which technology is fundamental to India's supercomputing advancements? High performance computing. What is the name of first mechanical computer conceptualized by Charles Babbage? Analytical engine. Which Indian scientists won the Infosys Prize 2019 in Computer Science and Engineering? Sunita Sarwahi. What is the main application of India's supercomputers in scientific research? So, weather forecasting and simulations. Which programming language is commonly used in India's IT industry for AI development? Python. What is the name of Indian initiative for supercomputing development? National Mission on Supercomputing. So the next topic, applications of science and technology in robotics. Which Indian organization developed the spacefaring human robot Vyom Mitra, ISRO? What is the primary application of robotics in India's industrial sector? The answer is industrial automation. Which Indian company is a leader in robotics for healthcare applications? Which Indian company is a leader in robotics for healthcare applications? Invento Robotics. What is the name of the robot developed by ISRO for the Gaganyaan mission? The answer is Vyomitra. Which sector in India is increasingly adapting robotics for automation? Manufacturing. What is a key challenge in India's robotics development? Lack of skilled professionals. Which Indian institution is collaborating on robotics for healthcare? So the answer is both A and B, that is IIT Delhi and AIMS. IIT Delhi and the AIMS, both institutions is collaborating on robotics for healthcare. What is the role of Vyomitra in the Gaganyaan mission? Human-robot interaction in space. Which technology is combined with robotics in India for precision agriculture? AI. What is the name of the Indian startup known for developing humanoid robots? Invento Robotics. Next, historical and ancient Indian contributions. Which ancient Indian text contains advanced surgical knowledge? Shusruta Samhita. What is the name of the rust-resistant iron pillar in Delhi? Megruli iron pillar. What is the name of a rust-resistant iron pillar? Megruli iron pillar. Who developed the formulas for calculating the sine of any angle in ancient India? Aryabhatta, Brahmagupta and Bhaskaracharya, all of the above. Next, what is the name of ancient Indian dockyard located in Lothal? Harappan dockyard. Which ancient Indian system of medicine is still practiced today? So both A and B, that is Siddha and Ayurveda. Who proposed the first atomic theory in ancient India? Kanath. What is the name of steel developed in ancient India used for Damascus swords? Wood's steel. Wood's steel. Which Indian mathematician developed a system of expressing numbers using consonants and vowels? Aryabhatta. What was the primary focus of Surya Siddhanta in ancient India? What was the primary focus of Surya Siddhanta in ancient India? That is astronomy. Which ancient Indian philosopher's teaching laid the groundwork for Ayurveda? The answer is both A and B, that is Vaisheshika and Nayaya. Next topic, modern Indian contributions and institutions. Which Indian institution was inaugurated in 1951 to promote the technical education? The answer is IIT Kharagpur. What is the name of India's first nuclear test conducted in 1974? Smiling Buddha. 1974, Smiling Buddha. Which Indian scientist is known as the Missile Man of India? Missile Man of India. APJ Abdul Kalam. What is the name of India's fastest supersonic cruise missile? BrahMos. Which Indian organization developed the atomic clock for satellite navigation? Which Indian organization developed the atomic clock for the satellite navigation? ISRO. What is the name of India's first permanent research station in Antarctica? What is the name of India's first permanent research station? Permanent research station in Antarctica, Maitri. Which Indian initiative transformed the agricultural practices in the 1960s and 1970s? Green Revolution. What is the name of India's first electronic voting machine based election? 2004. Which Indian scientist is known for contributions to plant physiology? Which Indian scientist is known for the contributions to plant physiology? Jagadish Chandra Bose. What is the name of India's Arctic observation station? In Arc. Next, section 10, miscellaneous. Which Indian missile was developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program? The answer is Prithvi. What is the name of India's first indigenous aircraft carrier? INS Vikrant. Which Indian institution is known for developing the affordable vacancies? Biocon. What is the primary goal of India's semiconductor mission launched in 2021? Build a sustainable semiconductors ecosystems. Which Indian city hosts the astronaut training facility of the Gaganyaan mission? Bengaluru. What is the name of the Indian satellite launched for weather observation? COTSO-2. Which Indian organization is a leader in nuclear research? Which Indian organization is a leader in nuclear research? BARC. What is the name of the Indian policy for promoting science and technology in 2025? National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy. Which Indian scientist refused to patent inventions for public benefit? Jagadish Chandra Bose. Okay. What is the name of the Indian policy for promoting science and technology in 2025? The answer is National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy. Which Indian scientist refused to patent invention for public benefit? Jagadish Chandra Bose. What is the name of the Indian startup ecosystem ranking globally? What is the name of Indian startup ecosystem ranking globally? The answer is third. Okay friends. ஸோ இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், மறக்காமல் கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். நம்மளோட சேனலை ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் பார்க்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். தேங்க்யூ ஆல்.